All right, ready? 3, 2, 1, action. What is up, you guys? I am so excited to be doing this video right now. I got a lot of messages ever since I posted this TikTok of how I shredded my abs in just 2 weeks. And I wanted to really do like a sit down where I explain to you guys what I did exactly in more details so that you can actually shred yourself and get the abs that you want in a matter of no time, because it really much is obtainable. It's not something that's far-fetched. It's not something that's not attainable. And I don't want people to think that, well, I'm a fitness guru or I'm a fitness person, personal trainer, so yeah, obviously it's gonna take her 2 weeks to get abs. Meanwhile, here I am, not into fitness, not a personal trainer or anything like that. That's not gonna happen for me. It can happen for you. Like, I am here to let you know that it definitely can happen for you as well. However, you do have to put into mind and consideration that every person is different. So what works for me definitely won't necessarily work hand in hand. Well, not hand in hand, but it won't work exactly the same way that it worked for me, right? So for me, it took 2 weeks. For you, it might take 3 weeks. It might take 4 weeks. It might take more, but it still will work for you. You just have to be patient and consistent. I don't know why that went all dark. I don't really want to call it a diet because I feel like a diet has such a negative connotation behind it. I would say just more so my nutrients, my, what's a better word to say? Just what I was choosing to eat, what I was consuming. I guess it is a diet, but anyways, it was a lot healthier than what I was doing before. Prior to that moment where I decided to change everything and go full force, I was eating a lot of processed food. I was eating a lot of heavy carbs, you know, I was having a lot of fries. It was on the holidays, so I was eating a lot of sweets, cakes, crepes, ice cream late at night. I would have ice cream or apple pie 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, and I would have it religiously, like every single night. I would have popcorn with so much butter on it. I would just have fast food. I was ordering food every week, almost multiple times a week, honestly, not even just every week. And it was just really, really bad what I was eating. So I decided to clean it up completely. What I started to do now was I started to cut out processed food, cut out fried foods. I was having fried food, processed food once a week. I told myself, just pick one cheat day, you'll have processed food, fried food. Feed that like chicken wing, that poutine, gravy, cheese, fries, you know, once a week, and then go back to healthier eating. So I was eating more veggies, I was eating more fruits. In order to up my intake of fruits, I was actually having fruit smoothies every single day. Prior to that, I would have smoothies on the regular, but not every single day. So now what I was doing is I would buy a bunch of frozen fruits and I would put those frozen fruits with almond milk, a bit of vanilla extract in my blender. I'll show you guys. I have a portable blender, which is amazing. I love that portable blender. I'll leave the link actually in the description box below so you guys can go check that out and get 10% off, because this thing is life-changing, I promise you. Have that every morning. And if I ever got hungry later on throughout the day, I actually would make another smoothie to fill myself up, because it was really, really filling. Like, my favorite go-to ones were banana, pineapple, and spinach, because I like that sweetness, but also the spinach kind of cuts it. And I have low iron, so I need to up my iron a lot by having more greens. So spinach is definitely high in iron, and I was able to do that through spinach. With almond milk, spin that up. It looks like a green smoothie because of the spinach, but guys, it's so good. Like, the sweetness with the banana and the pineapple cuts it. I will have black cherries and pineapple. I use a lot of pineapple in my smoothies, honestly, because I love pineapple. It's so good. If you guys want me to make a video on the smoothies that I like to make, I can definitely do that for you guys. Also, a little tip that I learned and started doing, because I was having so much more smoothies, and let's be real, like, for some odd reason, fruits and healthy eating is more expensive than poor eating and bad foods. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. So the amount of fruits that I was purchasing, and some of the fruits I like are not cheap. Like, pineapple is not a cheap fruit. Cherries aren't cheap. Berries aren't cheap. Like, I don't know if it's my bougie appetite or bougie taste buds, but like, I just tend to like the expensive fruits. What I was doing was I actually was buying the fruits that were on 50% off, the fruits that were bruised, that were almost going stale. And I would take them, I would chop them up at home, put them in a bag, and put them in the freezer. Because essentially, I'm using them for smoothies. So when I have my smoothies, I like my smoothies cold. So my fruits are usually frozen anyways. So what I would do when I'm ready to use those fruits, I'll just open the bag that I have, pop them in my blender, blend it up, and drink it. And my fruits would last me so much longer that way. And it actually ended up being cheaper than buying the pre-cut up frozen fruits in the store. I was having more vegetables, as I was saying, so I was replacing a lot of my carbs with veggies for my meals, and I was increasing more protein as well. So my portion was bigger veggies, smaller carbs, and a bit bigger protein, but more veggies out of everything. I also had a cutoff time as to when I was no longer going to eat. Now, I'm not gonna lie and be like, I was so strict and I was this. No, there was a lot of times where I slipped a few times, you know, but I always remember that, okay, Tashana, you know what you want at the end. So I would always try to obtain what I have to do by not eating at a certain time every single night, but you know, trial and error, whatever. So I would make sure 3 hours before going to bed, so I usually go to bed around 3 a.m. back then, not so much now, but 3 a.m. By midnight, I would eat anything. If I'm hungry, go have a little 1-2 fruits with some water, that's it. And that was pretty much my eating habits for 2 weeks, and that played a big part because when it comes to losing weight and just shredding fat, you have to really watch what you're consuming and you're eating, right? Because like 80% is the majority of your fitness journey. 20% is the workout. So 80%. Once you have that diet and the healthy eating habits down pat, you're more than good for your fitness journey. Now, when it came to my workouts, I was working out about 5 times a week. So what my breakdown was for my workouts, I was doing 2 days of leg days. So one day would be solely glutes, one day would be compound, working my thighs and my glutes. I would try to actually incorporate a high intensity leg day. So I was incorporating like jump squats, alternating leg lunges, kneel to squat, things that would just really have my heartbeat racing. I actually was following my high intensity leg day jumping. I can't remember what it's called. Put the little icon over here. I was doing that, and that was definitely a burner. I loved it. I was doing 1 day upper body. I was doing 1 day of high intensity interval training, so HIIT workouts. Wow. And then I was doing 1 day full body, and I was just doing that for 2 weeks. Every single time I worked out, I also was doing a quick 10-minute ab routine, even on days where I wasn't working out. So my rest days on day 6 and day 7, I would still do an ab routine because 10 minutes of abs honestly is not big deal. Like, you can easily do 10 minutes of abs. Wake up in the morning, do abs for 10 minutes, follow a YouTube video, and you're good to go. I was even incorporating some Pilates, which I love because I found it was a bit more difficult than some of the ab routines that I already was doing. And it also like taught me some different, not routines, but exercises for abs that I also started incorporating into my own routines. And I even was following some of my own ab workouts. Like, I'm not trying to plug my little self in and promote myself and be like, you guys, yeah, I did my ab routine and I was able to go from this to that. Not at all. I just like to do my own workouts here and there sometimes just to see what type of content I'm putting out there on YouTube. Just to see, okay, how easy it is to follow along. What are certain things that I do like and I don't like? What can I change? What can I add? Because yes, I obviously go through my videos when I'm editing it and check it before I post it online. But it's not the same as when you're sitting down and actually following along the workout. You know, there's a lot of things that I realized that I'm like, this is not so easy to follow along. Maybe you should add this. Maybe you should add a little sound here. And let me tell you, some of my ab workouts I was doing, bruh, like, I was sitting there like, Tashana, how do you expect people to do this? How did you do this? They were hard. Some of them were really hard. So if ever you guys are struggling while doing some of my ab workouts, it's okay. My workouts lasted roughly an hour to an hour and a half. I try not to go ever past an hour and a half. And on the days that I just felt really like blah and didn't want to wake up and do my workouts, I took some pre-workout. I take the C4 pre-workout in the raspberry flavor. I'll leave the link in that description box below as well for you guys. That definitely gives me a good energy boost for like an hour to an hour and a half, which is perfect. And then I'm ready to just begin the rest of my day. I also aim to work out first thing in the morning because I found like the later I waited to work out, the more lazier I got and the less I wanted to work out. Like, I would end up at 12, say, okay, I'll work out at 3. Then 3 comes, oh, I'll work out at 6. 6 comes, oh, I'll work out at 9. 9 comes, it's too late, let me go to bed. And I don't go to bed till 3 a.m. And it's just like, it was a bit ridiculous. So I would really make sure, wake up in the morning, I'll either have a smoothie or I won't have a smoothie, and I'll just go straight into my workout. And then after my workout, I'll eat. So if you're a person who struggles with working out and you feel like you keep delaying it to the point where you never work out, try working out early, first thing in the morning, get your day started, and you just get it out of the way. You also feel this like type of energy and this boost of, okay, I'm ready to do and start my day after working out. You know, all those endorphins and everything pumping, super, super good. And the last thing, honestly, aside from my workouts that really did help me tremendously with my shredding to get my abs, was this sauna suit that I got from Along Fit. I think I spoke about this in my Amazon What's in My Bag video I posted not too long ago. And put the link over here, somewhere over here. You know, I'll have the little icon over here for you guys to see what it looks like. And this sauna suit is literally amazing. So basically what you do is you just put this on. I hope my arms aren't shaved because that's not cute. Lifting my arms up and it's not shaved. You basically zip this part up here by the boob area. And then at the bottom, you have like a waist trainer that you snatch. And literally it covers everything, all in the back, all around your waist. And you have the straps. I love this sauna suit. I used to have the sweatband, sweat trimmer, waist trimmer, I can't remember what it's called, that I got on Amazon back in March of 2020. And that was great, don't get me wrong. Like, I definitely was sweating a lot, but it just only went around my stomach area. But when I got this Along Fit sauna suit in about, I think it was, I want to say late summer, July, August, I never went back to that waist trimmer thing. Like, I think it's still downstairs somewhere in that room. Just because I feel this is so much more effective. It does the same job, but a bit more, because more of your body is covered with that material. So you're sweating more, you're burning more. And also what I love about this is the fact that it comes with a little zipper up part. So you don't have to wear a sports bra. You don't have to wear any shirt underneath. You can literally just throw that on your bare skin and work out. And that's what I usually do all the time, even up to this day. And I feel like I get such a good workout in, especially when I'm doing high intensity workouts. I hate high intensity workouts, but I had to do them just to really burn more. And I felt like I was, I don't know, like I felt like I was literally working out outside during the winter inside my house when I had heat on. Well, maybe that's why. No, but honestly, it just burns so much. Like, even to today, I can have my AC on working out and I'm still going to sweat a lot because of the material that it's made out of. I don't know what it's made out of, but it definitely is really good. I'm gonna leave the link for that, you guys, in the description box below, so you can definitely go check that out. So those are the 3 things, honestly, that has worked for me to get my abs within just 2 weeks. As I said earlier, you guys, this is what worked for me in terms of 2 weeks. These same things will work for you, but not necessarily in a matter of 2 weeks. It might take 3, it might take 4, it might take 5, it might take longer. You honestly just have to be patient and be consistent. Do not compare yourself to anyone else. Do not look on YouTube and see people who said, I got abs in 2 weeks. And you're looking at yourself and you're like, I don't even see 1 of the 6 appearing after 2 weeks. Really just be patient. And I know that's the hardest part out of everything, because in all honesty, when you put so much work into something and you're not seeing the results right away, it can be discouraging. I know 1000%. I've been there, trust me. But you just have to keep pushing through until you start seeing the results. Because I'm telling you, once you start seeing those results, that's when that motivation kicks in. It's always in the beginning, your discipline that's going to keep you going. But once you start seeing your results, it's the motivation that's going to keep you going. So I try to keep this video as concise as I possibly could, with as much information as possible. Just a little recap. Make sure you guys have a healthier diet, so you're eating healthier, more fruits, more veggies, more proteins, not proteins, less processed food, less fried foods. Try to cut down a bit on the carbs. Also, make sure you're working out 5 days a week. Don't do little 1 workouts, 10-minute workout, 20-minute workouts. No, you have to be really working out for an hour to an hour and a half. So if you want to combine a bunch of workout videos on YouTube and make a playlist, I highly recommend that. I even have some playlists already created on my YouTube channel for you guys, so you don't even have to create them yourself. Just look at what type of workouts you want to do for that day and click that playlist. You also want to make sure the workouts that you're doing are targeted to your fitness goals. So if you want to shred more, make sure you're doing workouts that's going to help you shred, you know, ab workouts, high intensity workouts, incorporate some cardio, upper body, full body, legs, all of that. If you want to focus more on your legs, get a bigger glutes. You want to make sure you're doing glute focused workouts, not so much compound workouts. Have more leg days and less cardio days. So you really want to make sure you're doing the proper exercises for your goals. And lastly, I mean, my Sauna Suit helped me a lot for that abs thing, as I told you guys, but also just patience and consistency and not comparing yourself to anyone. Trust the process. It's gonna happen. Trust me. Not just because I'm a fitness trainer, it's only gonna happen for me. No, it can happen to you too. Even though you're sitting down on your couch right now looking at yourself like, I'm gonna start next week. No, start tomorrow. Start tomorrow. The earlier the better. And you guys got this. If you guys like these videos and you want to know more about how I got my body and what exactly I did in more details rather than showing you workouts, let me know. I am more than happy to provide that for you guys. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I am also going to be putting out more workout videos that I do in the gym since the gyms are finally going to be open. I'm so happy. So you guys can see what I do on my legs day, especially because, yo, I go in. So show you guys more about that. I also want to start putting out more content about what I eat and showing you guys the meals that I make and alternatives you guys can have for foods that aren't necessarily the best for you. So one example would be for chips. I try not to eat salted chips even though I love salted food, and I replace that with salted kale chips. So fire, so good. But I have a lot of those content coming out for you guys, honestly. Like, I'm just super excited to show you guys more and just elevate my channel a little bit, you know? But anywho, I spoke long enough. Hopefully you guys like this video. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye. I love you, baby.